Easter. Happy Easter from me and mine to yours. How you doing? Yes, it's been a while, and I've just thought that this is Easter, and it's been a couple of weeks now. I haven't come live, but I thought, I need to talk to a few people. Sometimes I think that we live in a world where holidays come and go. Things just happen. Some routine, like holidays, certain dates are observed. Birthdays come and go, work time, leave, holiday from school, and then the year just keep going and coming. But sometimes I think that we need to pause and kind of reason why certain things happen the way they are. And Easter is one of those days, or that holiday I think we should actually think about. Because think about it, what is your biggest struggle like in life? For me, back in the years, it used to be money, like how to actually come to a point where I'm not bothered about money anymore. I'm not bothered about what to eat, what to drink, how to cope, how to pay bills, and I just thought, let's talk about it, because Easter is one dope season to know that it is finished. It is finished. Wait, without even just going to all that, preachy and all that, I want you to know that things are not just what they are on the face value, right? Life is deeper than what we see. Easter is deeper than what you're currently going through now. Easter is beyond the fanfare you see or not seeing. And Easter is beyond, oh, happy Easter. It's beyond the banners. It's beyond all of that. It's even beyond that Jesus crucifixion movie you watch with family and friends. Trust me, it is. Because Easter is a love affair between you and God. You are the reason why Jesus had to come, which is God in flesh, had to come to be born and to die, to rise again after defeating death, guilt, struggle, and hell. After winning them, he now rose to ensure that you don't struggle again. See, look at it this way. Religion, there are lots of religions, a few thousands of religions at this point. There are, millions of ideologies. There are more than millions of beliefs, and there are ideologies that some you aspire to, some you don't care for, some you hold on to, but none of that matters in the scheme of things. Because wait, what is life without being sure of who made you, without being sure of that the fact that you have power to live unapologetically? This call is, I'm sorry, a phone call is trying to come through. So what is life without knowing that you have everything you need? See, in this small life that we have, like the number of our days are so short and so numbered, we don't even know how long we have to live here more. That's the truth. So even though we talk about money here and opportunities and all that, you can't enjoy money without being at peace with yourself and your maker. The only way, of course, you can be at peace, you will not struggle from, you live the struggle of what people think, live the struggle of tradition that is not serving humanity, live the struggle of religion, am I doing it right or not, live the struggle of things I've done, wrongs I've done, and whether I can ever forgive myself. All of that ended at the cross of Jesus. The truth is, where the real problem is whether you believe it. And how, as human beings, psychologically, when something looks easy, or let me say cheap, easy to get, easy to access, it looks like it's not valuable. And that's the thing with all of the Easter charade. Like, Jesus came and died. It looks like Bible stories, right? So some people, he came and died and then he went to heaven. We believe or we don't believe. But the truth is, whether you believe or not, believing is what makes the difference with your life and the other person who do not believe. The belief is what makes your life different from everybody in the world. Your belief in this miracle that happened, that we celebrate as Easter, is all the essence and all the validation that you need for your life. I'm trying to explain this, but I feel you can also understand what I'm trying to say, that I'm not able to communicate, right? Oh my gosh. See, guys, don't take the sacrifices. I was saying something about how we think when something is easy is not valuable as human beings. That's why some people would rather, instead of, oh, in Jesus' name you are healed from this cancer, God will heal you, God has done it, God has already healed you, believe in faith, they feel, oh, that's just a simple prayer. How can that simple prayer cure cancer? But they rather go to a place where they subject them to drink bitter pills, flog them, bath by the river, go through some penance. And that they feel could be a remedy. They feel you have to go in fact, let me even leave sickness. People who have done wrong, let me say somebody has offended someone, or somebody has even committed murder, knowingly or unknowingly, and is dealing with guilt. And you tell the person, Jesus has forgiven you, right? Maybe they've gone through jail term and back or what, but they're still struggling with, oh my God, I killed a human being. It can even be because they had an abortion, right? Then you say, okay, God has healed you. Let's pray. God has forgiven you. You have to forgive yourself. They go to therapy. They are still struggling with guilt. You say, let's pray, and then they pray. They go about still stringing in their burden of guilt because they feel that simple prayer cannot undo the fact that somebody has died. But they rather go to somewhere where they will put through hell, put through torture, and then they feel that this could be, some sort of requisite punishment for me for what I've done. So Jesus died for us. Because he died for us, and even when we didn't believe him, we feel it's cheap. It's not cheap. Easter is not an event that is marked in the calendar. It is the owner of the universe taking the bullets and your shame for you. And it didn't come cheap, because he took him to leave heaven, to come and be born, to walk the earth for 30-something years, to feel the pain that you feel and the guilt that you feel, so that when he dies and goes, you're able to understand that he feels the pain that you feel. That he's not saying it because he's got there, he doesn't understand what we're going through. And you think that's cheap? When people go to some certain fraternity and they go through rituals of drinking of blood and all that, people fear them. When they hear that, oh my gosh, that guy is in some sort of occult, he's drunk blood. Do you know who you killed? As a believer, you killed God. Like, he literally came, died, spilled his blood, was spat on, was beaten, was killed, hung on the cross like a thief because of you. And you think because you can just say, oh Jesus, I accept you, come into my life and be my savior, you feel that's such an easy prayer. Does it mean I'm not a child of God? It seems easy, right? It's easy for you because God had already paid the sacrifice. As Christians, when we're taking communion, where do you think the occult learned that from? The drinking of blood and stuff. What? Where? So don't allow today, which is Resurrection Sunday, pass you by. And when I say it is finished, your lack is finished. Oh God, let me give you some insight. Maybe you think I'm just fresh out of church and I'm just, it's just doing my head. See, I was able to unlock 7 figures on a product I have sold for 15 years that I couldn't even make a decent 6 figures in Naira from. Now, to be honest, that product is not something I have sold in that guise, but but it's something I started selling in the last 2-3 years, and it felt like, in fact, I was at the verge of still underselling it, if not for my partners and all that. And I just felt, when it happened, I felt this is a breakthrough, right? So when I say it is finished on this live stream, I'm saying all of the things that you are struggling with, whether in life, whether it's in raising children, whether it's getting a partner, whether it's in, getting healed from a sickness, whether it's making 7 figures, 8 figures, buying that house, starting that business, whatever, right? They are common. They are as common is. You know why? Because you are not the only person in the world going through what you're going through. For me, it used to be lack of self-esteem, where I couldn't state my worth for myself. I know I was brilliant, but I was too afraid to put a price on what my worth was. So all of that is finished. If you believe, use the Easter vibes, let me put it like that, and get into the source of what this is about. Just this week as well, guys, remember I did a video on my long form video where I was talking about the fact that I got monetized. You guys celebrated with me on the live stream. If you have never attended my night live stream, which I do by 9 p.m. usually, or up till two weeks ago, then you might not be able to understand, but I get it. But I did a long form video here where I talked about I got monetized and YouTube took it away, and you could go watch it later, but something happened. Let me even give you guys some kind of backstory. So after I got monetized and all that, I mentioned in the stream, so I started feeling like, oh my God, am I still part of the program and all that? And I actually got an email saying I'm no longer in the program. Then someone dropped a comment one day asking for some of the reasons that could make somebody to be demonetized and stuff. And I mentioned that you can be monetized, but if within the time you're getting monetized, or your watch hour drops very low, that you may not be able to YouTube may not allow you to be in the program after a few weeks or months if your watch hour does not build back and all that. Because mine went from that 3,000 plus to 100, because I had lost the videos that were giving me those watch hours were over a year ago, and so the 365 reset on YouTube happened to them, and I was so like panicky, and then a lot has happened, guys. So I just thought, okay, since I got this email and it was not an email I could reply, I just felt okay, so let me let it go. Then somebody dropped a question asking, what could make it be demonetized and how you can go about it. I mentioned my case and I said, okay, you can be monetized, but if your watch hour drops, after a few months, you might no longer be monetized. You might not be in the program again, because I thought I got an email. Then somebody responded to that email and said, no, once you're monetized. YouTube would not, except there's another reason, YouTube would not remove from the program, because the program is once in a while, once for all. And it got me thinking, and I said, really? So I went back to check for the email that I got. Meanwhile, before that, I saw that my monetization was still there. My supers and the monies I've made were still there. My membership, program was still there. Okay, but at that time I had stopped my daily life, which I'm going to start again, by the way, and I'm inviting you. Okay, please watch out for it. And then I thought, okay, so maybe I should check out for the email, whether I wasn't sure. Then I checked for this email. You won't believe it. I've not been able to track that email till now. I haven't seen it. So I'm like, is it that my fears or anxieties made me see that email or what? Anyway, fast forward later. That was the week I was expecting to get my AdSense PIN and verify my address. If you're very familiar with the YouTube partner program, it has the processes. I'm going to do a whole video on that process, okay? I rocketed all of it for you guys, okay? So that if you're an up and coming YouTuber like myself as well, and you're not monetized, you could actually, have an idea of what that looks like. But anyway, so I was expecting my PIN that week. It didn't come. Because of that, I felt maybe they didn't send my PIN. But then I got another email saying your PIN has been sent off. You should put, and I was confused. Jen, this week, guys, I got my PIN. I had to go to the my state of post office. Kudos to my husband, because he's always just making sure things are, he likes to get to the root of the name, put it like that, because if it was for me, I would have still been home waiting, you know. So they just said, let's go to the post office so that when it gets there, before they dispatch it, we can get it. So we got there, it wasn't there yet. They took our details, said they will call immediately it gets there. Just this week, it got there and they called and we went and got it. Okay, guys, I feel like I should show you guys, but anyway. So a lot has happened. In between when I stopped my live stream as well, I was supposed to go in for a surgery, guys, which was why I didn't start the next, you know, I have done 90 days of live stream since December, and I'm so proud of it. And those live streams were the reasons actually that I was able to make up for my watch hour and get monetized or get into the program, even though I'm yet to hit my 4,000 watch hours yet. Okay. A lot has happened that I feel like is a miracle, right, guys? So when I say it is finished, please don't take your cares and your burdens and your challenges. Don't carry them. Jesus has already paid for them. He has. See, if you're carrying your burdens by yourself, it feels like somebody who is giving a lift. I mean, somebody is taking you on a ride. But you, instead of you to put your baggages or your baggage in the trunk or in the boot, you know, no matter the part of the world you're from, you decide to carry your load on your head while you're seated inside the car. That's what you're doing. Drop it. How do you drop it? Say, God, I believe in you. I believe you made me. I don't know how you're going to do this or how you do stuff. I don't know how this is going to happen. You mention what you want him to do. And say, but if you exist, do this for me. Solve this for me. Heal me. Make this happen. Lay what you want him to do. Put him to a test. Hey, guys, it is finished. You are struggling because you are ignorant. I'm sorry to say, but that's the truth. It doesn't even matter whether you believe in Jesus, you don't believe in Jesus. You got to. That's the truth. You have to. Believing in Jesus, being a Christian, doesn't mean that, oh, you're going to get richer than everyone in the world, you're going to be more intelligent. All that doesn't matter. What matters is the peace you have, the contentment you have, the success you have, the happiness that no one can understand that you have, the blameless life that you have. Because at the end of the day, when we all die alone in that lonely box, facing our maker. Nobody's going to ask us, oh, did you get married on earth? Did you have children? Did you enjoy yourself? No one. It's not going to matter. The way we came, empty, nothing, naked, crying. We are going to go back quiet, empty, naked, no matter what they put on us in that box. Because what is the need? Believe in Jesus. Believe in him. You don't have to know how. Just say, Jesus, if you exist, do this. And I'm giving you a challenge. This is my Easter challenge. Find out whether there is a God. Beyond all that you have been told since you were born. Beyond all that you have known since you became an adult. Whether you're a child, you're 13, you're 15, you're 17, you're 54, you're 100. Test and see that God is good. And that's my Easter message for you guys. And meanwhile, this is also to announce that I'm going to come back on the live stream pretty soon. I'm going to take you to all the journey of my monetization and all the things that have happened, how I was able to actually finally get to 7 figures as an editor in Nigeria. I'm going to tell you the journey that I was able to charge that amount. I'm going to tell you everything that happened. Okay. Now, if you have questions, it's a good place to start. I just came to just share how I feel. Okay. Hi, Yem Top TV. Don't mind me. I haven't been calling out the name because I wasn't wearing my glasses, so I wasn't seeing them. Okay. Afolakemi. Hi. Good to see you. Yes, baby. Drop your worries and hand them over to Jesus. You can't be carrying what somebody has already taken away. See, it doesn't make any sense. And it's not somebody, what God has taken away. Okay? Yeah, Adegoroye. Olaoluwa, thank you so much for joining. Okay. Kebi, you can't wait for the live stream, right? I'm coming back. Guys, pretty soon. I wanted to just come in here and share. And I've also been battling with like timing. Should I make it earlier in the day like now? I'm happy that you guys are joining because it's making me know that, okay, Sundays by noon like this could be cool, or maybe 4 p.m., 6 p.m. I don't know. I think I'm going to just try different timings and then particular time, but I know that whatever time I choose, you guys will also come out, because at the end of the day, it's about prioritizing what you really love, right? And I'll really need some help this time. I want to know what things that you guys want me to deal with that will, like now, the church I attended, let me give you an example. The church I currently attend, you walk into church and the pastor is preaching. He's preaching as if you spoke with him, like he knows what you've been through, or what he's preaching is something that is actually going to help you the next day on Monday to make that presentation so it's something that is very relatable, you can run with, you can remember in your week. It's not those kind of church you go and then when you're done, you dump it on the way and you're going. I want this live streaming, the next episode, the next, how do they say it again? The next season, yes. I want the next season of the live streaming to be like that. I want it to be something that you can apply, yeah. So business, money, savings, all of that, I want it to be relevant. And I also want to share a lot from what I do as an editor, as a publisher, as an ex-blogger, because I've archived my blog, but of course I have a lot of knowledge on blogging as well. Because in this season I decided to focus on YouTube. I think that YouTube is enough side hustle. Publishing takes a lot of time. I'm currently even still in another deadline. Yes. And yes, so I want to be sure that what we'll be teaching on the stream is something that'll be very relevant to you. So I will need you to even write here on the stream, give me topics that you think I should deal with. Remember where my expertise is. My expertise is in building small businesses, growing a business to 7 figures without high overhead cost. Like, I don't believe you should start business and you should go get a big office, buy a car, do all of those things, and you're not making profit yet. I didn't grow my business like that. This is, I'll be 16 years in business by August. So I have so much to share when it comes to building and bootstrapping small businesses to grow and working with a lean team, making a profit and keeping most of your profit to grow your business, right? I also have a lot of experience with PR, media, all of that, corporate thing. I have all the A to Z about how to publish a winning book, a best-selling book, and get it to be known across the world. I also have an experience research, a whole lot, right, guys? So I really would like you to tell me what things you want me to deal with. And of course, I share from my personal knowledge. There is nothing I really can't share about, but I want to share from my authenticity, from what I've lost out at, from something I failed at doing and what I learned from it, all of that spectrum. And I really want us to connect, even more. So I'm giving you guys updates per se. So if you have something to share with me right now, go ahead and drop it. I'll be very happy to get that. It will help me to prepare my slides and my notes, more like my script now, easily to come back. And on the next live stream, let me not say it might not be daily, but let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. So guys, for today, let me not water down this Easter message. I want you to be sure that you can sit down. I want to be sure that you will commit to sitting down beyond the noise and saying, God in heaven, or wherever you are. You can't insult God, yeah? God, show me yourself. Set him on a challenge. He said in the Bible that you should prove him. Yes, prove him. Say, God, if you exist, I want this to happen. I want this to happen. Bring your testimony back here on the live stream, or drop me a testimony on my email in the comment section, whatever. Let's take it off from there, because I'm going to bring in a lot of my Christian germs on this money journey, because that's my essence, that's my anchor, that's everything that has made me from the age of 9. Okay, and I look forward to seeing you. I'll put up I'll put up like an announcement when we're going to come live, when we're going to start the live, some 2 or 3 days before we start, so that you can prepare. Okay, and yes, I'll be very happy to serve you. I'll be very happy to engage with you. For those that are just watching for the first time, my name is chisomutibeakah. Like the channel said, I am streaming live from Uyo in Nigeria. I'm a mom of 4, bonus mom of 4. I'm married to an amazing man. I own a business that has been 16 years in the making, and I have worked with a lot of people, over hundreds and hundreds of authors and writers, and thousands of writers, because I have edited and proofread more book manuscript than I have done books. Okay, and I'm so proud of what I have built. And all of my stories are here. There's a live stream. You can go to my playlist and please watch. You can get all my business stories of how I started and all that. If you have questions for me, make sure you can drop them and I'm going to answer them in the comment section. Maybe I should also even do a Q&A. Yeah, so if you have questions for me, drop on this live stream, whether we are still live or not. I'm going to take them, and I'm going to also put up that question right now after this live stream in the community tab. Please go ahead and answer. Ask me all the questions you want to ask me. Also drop the suggestions for the topics you want me to treat, and I'll be really glad. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Happy Sunday. I'm going to today we are not doing the typical rice and chicken for Easter. Guess what we are cooking? My children are preparing them, so I want to go cook. And yes, so I'll talk to you guys in the community tab and then during the live stream. Okay, yes, I'm going to make okra soup. Yes, okra soup with chicken. Some people say you don't put chicken in okra. Well, I don't know what they're thinking about, but anyway, in my house we do more chicken than any meat. So if it's not part of the recipe, for those who are culinary gods and goddesses, please forgive us, because that way we're going to eat for Easter. All right, so yeah, I had a nice time today in church, and I'm super glad that you're here. I haven't been to church for more than 3 weeks before today, so I was happy that I was back in church today. And something stood out for me during some ministers were ministered, and one of them took me all the way back to the 1990s when we used to sing Stomp. All of the Kirk Franklin songs were, oh my gosh, they brought me back to my elements. Thank you so much. Kemi, thank you so much as well. So I'll see you guys later. Thank you for always coming into my stream. I love you guys. Take care. Bye. Thank you, Kemi.